Yeah, so my name's Steve Clancy. I'm from Wales, and we started a YouTube channel called Easy ESL Games about 12 years ago, and that progressed into a digital marketing company, and now we make Eikaiwa websites. So I thought that niching down early in our career would mean that we would be a lot more successful now. But when I looked at the history of how the journey, how we've gone from A, B, C, D, E, in fact, by not specializing, we've actually managed to survive because we kind of got good at a lot of things. Okay, so this is me. I've worked at the Pink Rabbit company when I came to Japan in 2003. Is this still, do they still use the rabbit? Yeah. Okay. Then I worked at just before the big Nova crash, I left and worked at a school in Eikaiwa. This is me, looking like Chris Evans. And when I was there, I met this guy named Kevin Fabris. These are two different people, I should stress, okay? Yeah. Okay, I'm the one, the Captain America. He's the one that looks like a fool, all right? And when he was there, he started a YouTube channel called Easy ESL Games, right? And he made videos like this. I'm not going to show the whole video. I'm not showing all of it because it's from 12 years ago. It's very basic. But he started making these videos, and I kind of helped out a bit, but not really. I quit that job and started my own school. And then one problem with Easy ESL Games happened is that Kevin went back to Canada. And suddenly I have to make Easy ESL Games because I'm the only one actually teaching anymore. So this is my school, Little Sheep English. And for my school, I started to create things. So I made an album. Well, we made an album. I made a whole bunch of phonics sheets, phonics systems, a whole bunch of everything. And I started giving it to Easy ESL Games just as something that they could use. And also something I was using, something that they could use. And I started making a lot more of the videos. The problem we had is that we made videos that were very short and concise, like 2-minute videos, and then they became 1-minute video. We just get straight to the point. And anytime we tried to do a video that was more interesting for us, like how to teach a song in 7 easy steps, how to set up an Easy ESL Games, those videos didn't do very well. And even the videos that did do well, they were still only 1 or 2 minutes, so that you don't get much ad money for it. Because it doesn't make money from YouTube, YouTube doesn't promote that video because they want to make money. So we should have been making 8-minute, 10-minute videos, but in fact, we were making 2-minute videos. So we had to work out how to monetize it. So I tried using ChatGPT to make an image of please make me a picture of 2 bald men living life to the luxury with lots of cash. The problem is they have beards, and me and Kevin don't have beards. So I said, please no facial hair. So it came back with slightly less facial hair. So I said, they have beards. I want no facial hair. I'm not joking. This is genuine what happened. So, sorry. The problem, yeah, our videos were too short, which means less ads. Worksheets for us didn't make money because who would buy a worksheet? A teacher wouldn't buy a worksheet. A school owner would. And that school owner would buy a worksheet once, right? Music videos, because we made music videos too. Music videos are really difficult because you got to get the timing right. You got to do animation. You don't want to use stock footage. And also, at any time, we were splitting money 2 ways. So Kevin worked out that the same skill set that we were using for Easy ESL Games is the same skill set for making digital adverts. So video adverts to use on Facebook, Google, whatever, right? And although we tried to do Easy ESL Games, it just wasn't enough money in it, right? So we decided to make adverts. And we made a marketing company called AdRonin. All right. The problem is that we could make the videos pretty good because short, concise, to the point videos, great for adverts, terrible for YouTube. The problem, they'd click on the advert, but then they go to a website and the website was trash. So the advert wouldn't work because the website didn't work. So we started making websites and we started making the landing page. Problem again, the website worked, the advert worked, but then the staff didn't work because they'd get a contact coming in on the Monday and they wouldn't call that person until Thursday. And then they'd call them once, they wouldn't pick up because it's an unknown number, and then they'd give up. And we get the blame because the advert didn't work. It's like, no, the advert worked, the landing page worked, the staff maybe is too busy, not a salesperson, so that didn't work. So we ended up building entire sales funnels, from the ads to landing page and email sequences. We did all of it. Okay. So we did kind of everything. We didn't niche down. We were doing Facebook ads, Google ads, social posts. We've done tens of thousands of social posts. It's kind of a waste of time, if you wanna to be honest about that. Social media setup, setting up your Google My Business, Facebook accounts, websites, landing pages, SEO, advertising strategies. We kind of did everything. Essentially, we were overworked and we over-delivered and we weren't making enough money. So we decided to niche down, right? This is our niche down. We became dentists. No, we started doing adverts for dentists especially. So we focused down, we niched down on doing adverts for dentists. The problem, do you see any problem with doing videos for dentists? They're so boring, right? How do you do a video for a dentist? You just show someone smiling. That's all you do. You can't show the dentist because maybe the dentist in the stock footage isn't the dentist they're gonna see. So it's just watching dentist video, like smiling people, all right? Now we had a problem. Dentist ads are super boring. Always a smiling person with nice teeth. Second problem, dentist adverts have rules. Like there's the whatever country, which would be Canada. Canada has special rules for advertising. Canada has special rules for dentist advertising. And then Facebook has their own special Facebook rules for advertising. For example, you could not show a before and after picture on a Facebook advert. So yeah, you couldn't have like someone's teeth before and then the perfect teeth. Couldn't do that, right? Also, you couldn't have someone with a perfect smile because Facebook wanted people to have a good time on Facebook, so they didn't want to feel bad. They didn't want people to feel bad, right? So they could add a thing called unrealistic standards of beauty. So you couldn't have a perfect smile, but you could have a good smile. You couldn't have a beautiful bombshell, but you could have someone who's kind of good looking, right? So if you have ever appeared in a Facebook advert, know that you are good looking, but realistically good looking, right? Also, you couldn't use direct speech. Do you want a hamburger? Couldn't do that. People want hamburgers. That was fine. Okay. So, bigger problem, we were completely dependent on Facebook. At this time, it wasn't when everyone was using Facebook and it was good. It was when people were kind of getting sick of it and Facebook started to monetize it. So everyone was on Facebook, but no one really liked it because all the adverts were coming at you. But it was the big booming industry for adverts that we were part of. But we were completely dependent on it, and Facebook knew that. Facebook changed the ad rules constantly and punished you retroactively. So if you did an advert 2 years ago, and that advert, you stopped it, and then they had a new rule, they would look back at that advert and punish you for an advert you did 2 years ago when it didn't break the rule, right? They also made it very, very, very difficult to appeal anything like that. So they suspended accounts without warning or reason all the time. So this is the time when Facebook was just learning how to monetize Facebook. They wanted people to be happy on Facebook, so they kept making new rules because people kept breaking the rules and being assholes when they were doing videos, when they were doing adverts. So they kept suspending accounts. So what happened to us? We got suspended. Actually, no, our client did. This is the client. See if you can guess why they got suspended. It's not a
Showers
dentist ad.
for people with mobility issues, backed with a 30-year manufacturer's warranty and our lowest price guarantee. Visit freedomshowers.com to learn more.
No? Nope. Maybe. I'll show you another one. Oh. Yep. Any idea?
Inappropriate.
No, it was fine for that. So they make en-suite bathrooms for disabled people, right? For veterans, disabled people, old people. So they went with us because they'd been through a series of advertising companies, because it was very difficult to advertise this, because how do you advertise to a disabled person, right? And a lot of people had just failed. But they went with us, we started doing these Facebook ads. And then their account got suspended because when you looked at the adverts, you looked at the text, and you looked at their website, these words kept popping up. Freedom, pride, making independence a reality, independent, made in America, live how you want to live. Because this was being not viewed by a person, this was viewed by AI, early AI. And if you add a red cap to that, and at the time, there was a lot of political unrest in America, not like now, where it's fine, right? And there was a lot of problems with racism, not like now, where it's fine. This company got tagged and flagged because of these words as a white supremacist group.
Wow.
And they got suspended for it. I'm not joking, right? But Facebook, when they suspended you, they wouldn't give you a warning. They wouldn't tell you. It would be like you check on a Monday and find out that on Friday night they suspended you. You thought the adverts were running, but they weren't. They wouldn't give an explanation. They'd just say, you broke the rules. Which rules? Check them. Which rule? And the rules were kind of vague. Wouldn't get a notification. Appeals would take weeks or months. As in, you would appeal, and you were put at the back of the line. If you added anything to it or asked for an update, they would put you at the back of the line. Because they knew they had you by the balls, basically. And they didn't really care. So we lost a $60,000 a year client because Facebook wouldn't let a human look at the situation. So we were nervous about staying with Facebook. Okay. They are still suspended to this day, as far as I know. Also, I am, weirdly. I don't know why. They suspended me 6 months after this, and I never appealed. Anyway.
Beef prices
Hold on.
in Canada are...
Sorry. During this time, we had one client who kind of just kept growing with us called NutriFarms. NutriFarms is a farm-to-table delivery service for meats. It's a series of farms, and they just take the meat straight from the farm and give it to you at your door. I think they process it. They don't just chuck a dead sheep on you. But we've been with them for years, and
Beef prices in Canada are at record highs, and they're climbing higher. But with NutriFarm's 3-year price guarantee, you can secure today's prices on grocery essentials for 3 years. Don't wait until prices inflate. Build a sample order with one of our farm reps today.
okay, so that's that client, which is basically the meat guy, but a subscription, the meat guy. And their website works. It's been taken down, right? Website, meat guy. Yeah, it's been hacked. You can't use it right now for like 2 months. Yeah. Anyway, so this is a meat delivery service, and then the best thing that could happen to a meat delivery service happened in 2020, COVID, right? So when COVID hit, NutriFarms expanded its online sales decision, because how they would do adverts before, because it's a meat subscription service worth thousands of dollars a year, you have to explain it. So they would have to do these kind of like online meetings with anyone who wants to buy meat. There was no price on the website. It was a complicated sell. They would knock on the door of people. Hey, do you want to buy thousands of dollars worth of meat? And when COVID happened, they couldn't do that anymore. And we were the people tasked with doing it. So we basically set up their online sales system. And they did $4.5 million of sales in the first month of COVID. And since then, they've been getting bigger and bigger. And yeah, we're still with them. Because of this, because this is quite a big company now. Well, it was always a big company, but now it's bigger. We had to expand. So we went from 2 to 4 guys to all these people. Yeah, we've made well over. I got no idea these numbers, honestly. We've made well over 70 websites for various people. At least $6 million in ad spend. That's money that they pay us that we spend, and they've made God knows how much in revenue because they do millions of dollars a month. So at the same time, I was still kind of doing easy ESL games, but I did this video during the first month of COVID, and it killed the channel because this video is the best. This video is the best video we've had in terms of response, right? It got not a huge number, but about 650,000 views, and to this day, this is how much money it's made. In its entire time, $180 divided by 2. So really, it wasn't worth it. At this point, I'd made 250 videos total. I deleted a bunch because I didn't agree with them anymore. Yeah, so I remember at one of these events, someone recognized me from this and asked, "Oh, do you still do the videos?" And I said, "No, because honestly, they didn't make any money." But he said, "You didn't do it for the money, though, did you?" I was like, "Well, no, but my kids were going to international schools, which is very expensive. Videos were being tagged as made for kids. Again, being reliant on a big company who's using AI or early stages AI to look at the videos. Made for kids, why do you think that's a problem for a video if they tag it as made for kids?" Yeah, it basically says that me talking in front of a screen for 8 minutes, because this was not a concise one, for 8 minutes, this is clearly for children, which means it will appear on YouTube Kids, not on normal YouTube, or less on normal YouTube. And also the advertising will be much less. And they started doing that throughout the whole channel. They just like basically killing these videos. This is made for kids, this is made for kids. So we gave up. And my time was honestly better being spent being paid to make Jumbotron videos than struggling with YouTube's bullshit. So I made a Jumbotron video for an ice hockey stadium. Sorry, it's loud. Thank you. Yeah. This is more fun than talking to a camera about ESL games, frankly. I made a series of these. We got this job because Nutri-Farms, the owner, also owns an ice hockey stadium. So this video and a bunch of them like it, we've been played in front of tens of thousands of people. And that's fun. All right. Sorry, that's just my thing. So we did finally decide to niche down. In fact, when looking back, we did niche down a bunch of times, but they didn't quite work for whatever reason, right? For my school, we niched down, changed. We specialized. We only teach ages 2 to 12 now. We don't teach high school. We don't teach adults, right? This made our days significantly shorter and less stressful because basically this is what happened. I removed all the textbooks, which meant there were less levels, which means that we could schedule much, much easier. So if you think about it, if you have you got your mom baby class, then you got your toddler class, your kindergarten class, and they could be Nensho, Nenshu, and Nensho. That's possibly 4 levels. Even if you just do 2, that's 2. You have a 6-level textbook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus high school, which could be 1, 2, 3, and then adult classes. You have 10, 12 different classes you got to put everywhere. So we changed it, so now there's only 3 classes. Well, there's the mom baby class, toddler, and then we have low, medium, high. And they all learn the same thing. Basically, it's just with different expectations. And that meant that now we have 80 students, and this is our weekly schedule from April. Saturday, 8:30 to 12:30 with 2 teachers. Tuesday and Wednesday, 5 to 7:30. Because we got rid of the textbooks, because we just decided to niche down and focus on this. Now, this schedule is pretty good, and that's all because of her, my wife. She's really good at this. So, okay. Niche down 2 is for AdRonin, the digital marketing site. We still do NutriFarms, but also we niche down making websites and CRM. CRM is a customer relationship manager. So it's like an all-in-one system for websites. So we don't do WordPress so much anymore. NutriFarms is WordPress. We just use everything on our closed system, so we know how to use it. We know how to replicate it. We can duplicate websites and just change the words. We can do things much, much, much quicker. And we decided to focus on construction companies because they pay a lot of money, martial arts schools because they're fun, and Eikaiwa sites because I'm in Japan and I have an Eikaiwa and I know how to make Eikaiwa sites. The reason for this is we don't have to learn about the industry and the rules each time we make a new website or business or whatever. Like we did Botox adverts for a while and we had to learn all the rules about that. And that took so much time for essentially a client that we'd used once, you know. So kind of what I learned from this is be specialized but flexible. So have a backup plan. If one niche dries up, be ready to pivot. So I kind of feel all the time that if we just did this all the time at the start, we'd be massive at it. But in fact, no, it's because we kind of got good at everything. We were always ready to pivot. So we could always keep evolving. We started teaching, then into marketing, now we do websites. Who knows what's next? Because websites could finish in 5 years. I mean, who knows? I mean, entertainment websites are basically dead. You know, business websites are still going, but that could be wiped out by something that Google makes. Who knows? All right. Oh, hold on. Just a sec. So the one thing that was good with YouTube bad for YouTube, but good for adverts, that we always had to be concise and straight to the point, right? So we made this video using AI about 5 months ago. The images are AI, but the editing, the sound, everything else is human. We got 3 full-time video guys now, and those 3 together spent 30 hours making this advert for NutriFarms. So I'll play it.
You've ruled the grill scene for years. The sultan of the sea, the brisket baron, top of the line smoker, fancy spices, all the coolest gadgets. But now, everyone's talking about the new guy's barbecues. What's his secret? And then you see it. The NutriFarms truck. Ontario raised meats delivered straight to his home? He's not some barbecue prodigy. He just bought great meat. It's so simple, it's genius. But he isn't the only one that can speak to a farm rep. Great meals start with great ingredients. NutriFarms. It just tastes better.
Okay. We made this video and we were so happy. We were so excited. It was fun. Do you think this video was successful for selling meat? No. It wasn't a complete disaster, but it didn't actually sell. The reason is it wasn't very concise. It wasn't straight to the point. It did use AI, and people don't like AI. So we followed that up the next week with this advert. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Thunder Bay is a place in Canada, by the way. Live in Thunder Bay, get 65 pounds extra chicken with your first grocery order. Learn more! That advert killed. That did extremely well. And now every time we do an advertising campaign for them, we follow up with this. We just change the place at the top, right? Now this advert only works if everything else works, right? If you just have this, but then your website's, not great or unclear, then this isn't gonna work. Same with everything. This only works if everything is working correctly. So my problem with these presentations is I kind of just talk and talk and talk and talk. And at the end, I'm like, by the way, I make Eikaiwa sites, bye! So in the same way of this, to be concise, we make websites for Eikaiwas, all right, and other stuff, okay? Our websites are written in Japanese by an experienced human copywriter. Sorry about the sales. I'm just gonna say it to be clear. Our websites are easy to edit. Human copywriter, AI does not work in Japanese, okay? We have comprehensive tutorials, so you can do it yourself, because honestly, I don't wanna do it. Fully SEO optimized from as little as 29,000 yen if you do the template and do it yourself with 3 years free hosting, okay? Just a sec. Just to finish, slightly early, on this part, I want to show you a little bit about that first video we did and a video we did last week. I don't know what it means. It just seems to round it out. So this is the video that you watched before. Okay. And this is the video.
What if Canada couldn't feed itself?
We did.
Right now?
Sorry. It keeps the audio playing on the next slide. So we might have to watch it all. Sorry. Yep. Okay. Okay. And this is the video from last week.
What if Canada couldn't feed itself? Right now, we import most of our food, leaving us vulnerable. If other countries change the rules, we pay the price. Because we depend on imports, we have less control over food prices. When costs go up, we're the ones who pay more at the grocery store. It's not just about prices. It's about losing control of our own food supply. The more we rely on imports, the more we depend on other countries to feed us. The solution? Buy local. Supporting Canadian farms means stable prices, stronger communities, and control over our own food supply. Shop local. It matters.
I did not make this video. These two men did. Used in stop motion. Like I said, I don't really know what that means, but I do like it that we've gone from easy ESL games to that level of video. What? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And if you want to check out our websites, we did make the InTogether website, so you can go in there and check out our websites there. So yeah, thinking about it, even now with my school, we have a kind of backup plan, because although we found our niche, because we don't use textbooks, we don't have homework, it means that other schools can have the students who do the textbooks and the homework and that style, and we get the stragglers who don't do that. We get a lot of students from the ECC Junior down the street, because as soon as they go to elementary school, their homework load massively increases. They don't like that, and they come to our school, which is 5 doors down. So although we're doing that now, we still have enough free time that we can move ourselves away from that niche. We can teach high school and adults again. We can do anything we want. Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And it's very hot in the sun here. So, yeah, thank you.